I have, I'll check over these guys too. So I have some bad news. And I have some good news. Which one do you want to hear first?
Bad.
Why does everybody say bad?
Getting it out of the way.
Getting it out of the way? Okay. Bad news first. Before we get into that though. If you know, by show of hand, raise your hands. If you know, how many hours are in a week? Anybody know this? Without, I mean, does anybody know for sure? 24 times 7. Yeah, I get it, right. What is that?
What's the math?
Do you guys know? Anybody know? She's doing the math. 168. Everybody say 168 hours.
168.
168 hours in a week. Okay? You got a normal job, whatever, 40 to 50 hours a week for work. How many does that leave? Let's say 50. Let's say 50. You work a little bit more. Let's say 50. What does that leave?
118.
118? You get 8 hours of sleep. Raise your hand if you get 8 hours of sleep every single night. 3 of you, right? So we're still going to be, this is going to be general, and we're going to stay conservative just to prove a point. So let's just say you get 8 hours of sleep. 8 times 7 is what? 56. So 56 hours of sleep a week.
62.
So how many's left?
62.
62.
What about Sunday off?
Making sure.
You sleep on Sunday?
No, I meant that if we take off on
Don't complicate it. How many of you guys commute to your job? Right? How long does it take you to commute? 30 minutes? 45 minutes? An hour? 15? Whatever. Let's say it takes 30 minutes. Okay? Let's say it takes you spend about 7 hours a week commuting. So 7 hours a week commuting to and from. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less, but let's just keep it right there. What is that at, Pastor?
55.
55. You guys following me so far? Yes?
Yes.
How many of you guys spend time during the week for religious practices? How much time do you spend on that? How many hours a week?
Maybe 3, 4.
3?
3 to 4.
3 to 4? Let's say 4. Let's say 4. 4 hours for religious practices. How do you spell religious? I-O-U-S?
Yeah.
Thank you. I went to college. 51.
That's
51 hours. I still spelled it wrong?
Yeah. It was a little wrong.
Sorry.
Okay, we get your point.
Romance. Date night.
That's part
Does
of it.
anybody have an allocated time for that?
Yeah, at least, what, 3 or 4 hours a day?
No? Okay, so we'll skip that. So we'll skip that. Leisure. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing outside of this that you guys do for leisure, and how much time are you spending on it? Examples. Give me some examples. Skype, TV, horseback riding. What else?
Kids' sports is a good one.
How many of you guys have kids activities? That's still not leisure, but let's let's go to that. Kids activities. How many hours a week?
Oh, at least 10.
Okay,
I have 4 kids.
Right.
that's a big number. Okay, how many? 10 hours a week? Well, let's just go with it.
5 to 10, yeah.
Well, okay, 7. Kids activities. How many does that leave? 51 minus 7 is what?
44.
44. We're down to 44 hours. Domestic work. Cleaning house, cooking dinner.
Nasty.
How long? Give me numbers. Throw them out.
7 hours a week.
Okay, you're not allowed to answer anymore. I'm asking them.
14 a week.
14 hours a week for domestic work?
Yes.
Yes? 14 hours? So 2 hours a day you guys are cooking, cleaning?
Yep.
2 hours a day?
Yeah.
14 hours.
My husband used to drive me here.
14 hours for domestic. We've got 30 left. Right? Let's go back to your social life and leisure. What are you guys doing for fun? What do you guys do for fun?
In our own social media.
Oh, okay.
Facebook, soccer, whatever, Snapchat.
Okay, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
Hanging out with my friends.
Hanging out with your friends, going out on the weekends, right? How many hours a week? Going out with your friends. Let's keep it like social life, like we're actually interacting with live humans. How many hours a week?
4 or 5.
4, 5. Let's say 5. We're rounding up. Anybody else? 5 hours like hanging out with your friends? Let's say 5. You guys see where I'm going with this? So we'll say 5 hours for social activities. We're down to 25 hours. Covering a lot? Yeah? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. How much time are we spending on Thunder Games? Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Orange is the New Black, House of Cards, The Voice, the news. Somebody help me out. Netflix, your favorite show on Netflix.
Yeah.
How much time are we spending on that?
That's 2 to 10 hours.
How much?
2 to 10.
2 to 10.
Depends if you have 2 shows coming on in one night. I'm just saying.
You're
Some
right.
shows come on
Right.
in one night.
Okay, true. So let's say 10 hours.
10 hours a week.
TV, 10 hours a week on TV. How many else is watching 10 hours a week on TV? Is that realistic? Okay, that's
Yeah, well,
let's kick it down. Let's kick it down. Let's kick it down to 8. So a little bit out. Let's kick it down to 8. 8 hours of TV. So that's about a little bit more than an hour a day. Is that normal? Okay. How much does that leave us?
28 or 18.
18.
Sorry.
So we've gone hanging out with the friends. We've watched our TV shows. We've cooked and cleaned. We've done all of our kids' activities. We've gone to church. We're driving to and from work. We're getting 8 hours of sleep, which none of you guys are doing. You guys are working 40 to 50 hours a week. Big chunks, right? We're covering the majority of it. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
17. 17.
17?
You're right.
17.
Yeah.
Of those times remaining after we do all this stuff, before camp, how much time did you allocate to your health and fitness?
An hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour?
A week? A day?
A week. We're sticking with a week.
Oh. I do about an hour a day.
7 hours a week?
Well, I say 7 because we have a farm, so I figured farm work as part of my business.
That's debatable, right?
Yeah, we have 7 horses, 37 cows, and 27 goats.
So there's an outlier on that stuff. What else? Anybody else?
I was 0.
0. How many was 0? Raise your hand.
0.
Before camp?
Before camp, yeah. How much of this extra 17, because we've already done all this stuff, how much of this 17, I don't know, maybe learning something, educating yourself?
Oh yeah, I go to school.
How much? A week.
I just started, so 10 hours a week.
Okay, so you got 7 left. How much?
I go to school for about 4 hours a week.
Eating.
Okay, how much time do you spend a week eating?
That was the domestic.
7 hours.
Yeah, I would say I'd consider that in domestic. I think that'd be considered in your domestic stuff.
My work?
Oh, yeah.
You know how long my meals last? About 5 minutes. I don't know. And that depends. Eating also goes into social, right?
That's more social than domestic.
Right.
I'll put her and not clean.
Don't make it complicated. So, of this 17 remaining, we have some exceptions. Out of this, how much time did you spend on improving yourself physically, mentally? How much time? Be honest.
Very little.
Very little. Okay? I told you there's some bad news. Right? Without calculating or anything like that. Gut feeling. From the time you're born to the time you leave this earth. How many days do you think that you have here? Does anybody? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, a million, a billion? Anybody have any idea? 28, excuse me. 28, I'll write it first. 281. This is on average. If you live into your 80s. 28,281. If you live to be 100, it's 36,500. The bad news is you have limited time on here. On average, you have, from the day you're born, you have about 28,000 days to live. That's the bad news. Now let me ask you this. You guys like the current state that you're in physically?
Nah.
How many of you guys are in your 20s? Raise your hand. How many of you guys are in your 30s? Raise your hand. 40s? 50s? Okay, let me ask you this. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, do you want to spend the next 60 years in your current state?
No.
Or do you want to spend the next 50, 40 years in your current state?
No.
Think about it. Are you happy with where you're at right now? Yes or no?
No.
That's why you're here, right? The bad news is we only got a limited time on this earth. And I also told you that there's some good news is it doesn't take a long time.
Change.
Not necessarily change. We're not necessarily change. But it doesn't take a long time to improve. How long have you been here?
18 months.
Ashley's been here for 18 months, not even 2 years. In 18 months, you can have a profound and positive impact on the rest of your life. Whether that's the next 60 years, the next 30 years, the next 40 years, it doesn't take long. Look how much progress you made in 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks. I mean, you blink and it was 6 weeks. It doesn't take a long time. 18 months for the next 50 years. You guys would take that, right? So you guys need to start taking action. You acknowledge that your time here is limited. You acknowledge that you're not happy in your current state. You also need to acknowledge that you need to accelerate your
Working out.
systems that will help improve, right? Whether it be working out, nutrition, hydration, sleep, stress, all these things. Finding some useful strategies, and through practice and repetition and training, you internalize the things that you learn to where you do them over and over and over to where it's just practical application every single day. But for the people that you see in our gym, for Ashley and myself, like this is normal. It's like we exercise. It's just normal. It's practical for us. So if you acknowledge you only have a limited amount of time and you're not happy with where you're at, and it doesn't take a long time, all you got to do is continue to take action consistently. How many of you guys were here last Tuesday? Or John, right? And he said, do the math, right? How long did it take you guys to get in the state that you're in? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, right? And you guys expect to be fixed in how long? A month? 6 weeks? Now, some of you guys will have tremendous success in 6 weeks. Some of you guys will start to get rolling on that. But the thing is sometimes your goal is going to be bigger than that 6 weeks, and fitness does not have an end point. It's just ongoing. It's just ongoing. Mothers? How many mothers in here? Raise your hands. Almost all of y'all, right?
Or fathers.
Or fathers. Yes. How many were here last Tuesday? How many were mothers? Everybody? So we talked about this last week. So if you had more energy, you think you'd be a better mother for your kids? Right? How many of you guys are married? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. So all of you guys, if you guys had more confidence, you think you'd be a better wife to your husbands? Yes? The things that you may have written down on your goal sheet, the things that you want to accomplish, and the reasons underneath those surface reasons, these things are completely attainable. We've seen it happen a lot. It's very, very attainable. All you got to do is just make up your mind and decide. And when you do that, it doesn't matter if it takes you 6 weeks, or if it takes you 12 weeks, or if it takes you 12 months. When you just decide, you know what, I'm tired of where I'm at, and I know that I don't have a lot of time left, and you just start behaving in certain ways where you're going to improve yourself. It's just, once we get this, what we talked about, we're trying to get this fixed. We're trying to rewire your thinking, not get it fixed, but we're trying to rewire your thinking. When we get that done, things will really, really start to happen. These things are attainable, but you guys are going to have to stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you are worth it and you do deserve it, and it is for you. But you're going to have to start taking some action, and you're going to have to be consistent with it. These things that we say, it's like, and when someone comes to tell me, because your life is profoundly different than it was 18 months ago, and it didn't even take her, we talked about earlier, it didn't even take her 18 months. She's been here for 18 months. It didn't take her 18 months. It took her less than 12. It took her less than 12, and her life is profoundly different in a positive way than it was 18 months ago. And you guys can't see that right now because right now we're on week 2, PT1. But if you actually just, seriously, if you just decide, it will happen. It doesn't matter if it takes 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever, it will happen. You just keep taking action. You keep taking action. You keep taking action. The way we're going to do this, and what I talked about in the AM class, is like, we're going to finish all 6 weeks. You guys made a promise, right? It's like, come hell or high water, I'm going to finish all 6 weeks of this. Raise your hand. Promise that to yourself.
I promise. Say
All
it.
6 weeks.
I
Everybody say, I promise.
I promise.
You guys aren't liars, right?
Oh.
Promise yourself that you're going to finish all 6 weeks. Okay? We're going to do it together. We're going to lean on each other. When somebody needs help with something, we're going to help them out. When somebody needs a hug, then we give them a hug. We're going to do it together. Okay? It's right there. You just got to take it. You just got to take it. When you make up your mind, it'll happen. I promise.
You know what's crazy?